Good morning students. Welcome to the geography class of class 7th. We were doing lesson number 11, Australia, political division and the physical features. Topics we will discuss in this lesson are: number 1, its introduction; number 2, location; number 3, countries; number 4, physical features. We have done its introduction, location and countries. Today we will start with physical features. Before starting with today's topic, let us recall the cross questions of the previous day topic. Number 1, how many state territories are there in Australia? Number 2, what is the capital of Australia? Number 3, in which state is Perth? Number 4, name 2 federal territories. Number 5, what is the capital of Queensland? Today we are going to start with Australia's physical features. Students, you have to take out page number 118. Physical features of Australia. Australia has a huge variety of physical features, but it doesn't have high mountains, large rivers and the deep valleys. The physical features of Australia can be divided in the following divisions from east to west. Number 1, the Great Barrier Reef. Number 2, the Eastern Highlands. Number 3, the Rift Valley of Australia. Number 4, the Great Artesian Basin. Number 5, the Central Lowlands. And number 6, the Western Plateau. The first physical feature we will discuss is the Great Barrier Reef. By the word reef, we mean a ridge of rock or a sand near the surface of water. This reef is made by coral polyps. What are corals? Corals are the hard, colored, calcareous skeleton secreted by marine polyps. Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef. It lies off the northeast coast of Queensland and has spread over 1200 miles long. It contains an amazing variety of marine life, including the world's largest collection of corals. It includes 400 types of corals, 1500 species of fish and 4000 mollusks. It also includes rare species like the sea cow and the large green turtle. The Great Barrier Reef. The vast coral reef is found along the northeastern coast of Australia. It is known as the Great Barrier Reef. It is the largest coral reef system of the world. It is composed of over 3000 individual reefs and 900 islands. It means the Great Barrier Reef is a chain of individual reefs and islands. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia is listed as the World Heritage Site. It is one of the largest heritage area of the world. It expands over an area of about 35 million hectares. It provides a rich ecosystem with more than 200 species of birds, 4000 types of mollusks and about 1500 species of fish. The large part of this reef is protected by the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. This barrier reef is also a significant tourist destination of Australia. The next physical feature we will discuss is the Eastern Highlands. The Eastern Highlands extend from Cape York Peninsula in the northeast coast of Australia to the southern coast of Tasmania. Mount Kosciuszko is the highest peak of Australia that lies in the southern part of Eastern Highlands. These highlands are often known as the Great Dividing Range. The Eastern Highlands. The Eastern Highlands extend from Cape York Peninsula in the northeast of Australia to the southern coast of Tasmania. These highlands are known as Great Dividing Range. They are called so because The slopes divide the water flow of the rivers of this region. The east flowing rivers drain into the Pacific Ocean and the west flowing rivers enter the central lowlands and provide the irrigation facilities. It means the eastern and the western slope of the eastern highlands divide the water flow of the rivers. The rivers to the east of eastern highland drain into the Pacific Ocean, while the rivers to the west of the eastern highlands enter the central lowlands. The extreme southern part of the eastern highlands is known as the Australian Alps. It consists of number of mountain ranges. Mount Kosciuszko is the highest peak of Australia that lies in the Australian Alps. These highlands have steep slopes on the eastern side, while they have gentle slopes on the western side. By the word steep slopes, we mean having sharp rise or vertical slope, or we can say in steep slope the angle of inclination is greater than the gentle slope. These highlands remain covered with snow throughout the winter. Many rivers originate from these highlands. The next physical feature we will discuss is the Rift Valley. The Rift Valley of Australia is the most significant feature of Australia. It is located in the southern part of Australia. It includes many lakes like Lake Gardner, Lake Torrens, etc. The Rift Valley of Australia, a valley which has been formed by the sinking of land between two roughly parallel faults, is known as a rift valley. Here the word faults means cracks. It means the valley formed by sinking of land between two cracks. Such valleys are long in proportion to its width. The rift valleys are the most significant feature of Australia and Africa. The Rift Valley of Australia is located in its southern part. It has several lakes. Lake Gardner and Lake Torrens are located in this Rift Valley. The Spencer Gulf, located in the southern Australia, is also an example of Rift Valley. The Great Artesian Basin. It is located in Queensland and New South Wales. The main feature of the Great Artesian Basin is the water is found deep underground and will rise up by its own pressure, which will lead to the formation of artesian well. The Great Artesian Basin. The Great Artesian Basin is located in Queensland and New South Wales. It forms a major part of Central Highlands. This basin has a flat surface. In the Great Artesian Basin, water is found deep underground. This underground water is utilized through the artesian wells for irrigation and animals. What are artesian wells? The artesian well can be defined as a well through which underground water comes out by itself. Students, this is a picture of Great Artesian Basin. In Great Artesian Basin, there is a layer of permeable rocks and impermeable rocks. By the word permeable rocks, we mean the rocks that allows the water to pass through it, and impermeable rocks means the rocks that doesn't allow the water to pass through it. It is like a sandwich. One layer of permeable rock and another layer of impermeable rocks. The rainwater gets collected in layer of permeable rocks. It makes a watery basin called aquifer. With the passage of time, the aquifer become a saturated zone. It means at this phase, no more water will seep down. Finally, the groundwater would rise up by its own pressure, which will lead to the formation of artesian well, a well through which underground water comes out by itself. In the Artesian Basin, there is a layer of permeable rocks between two layers of impermeable rocks. The surface water percolates down through the layer of permeable rocks. By the word percolates we mean seeps down or get filtered. This watery basin is called an aquifer. With the passage of time, the aquifer will become a saturated zone. Finally, the groundwater would rise up by its own pressure, which will lead to the formation of artesian well. The next physical feature we will discuss is the central lowlands. It is located between the western plateau and the eastern highlands. It is divided into three parts. Number 1, the Murray-Darling Basin. Number 2, the Lake Eyre Basin. Number 3, the Carpinteria Lowlands. The central lowlands. It is located between the western plateau and the eastern highlands. It occupies almost 33% area of Australia. It expands from the Encounter Bay in the south to the Gulf of Carpinteria in the north. It is the lowest land feature of Australia. This region has many seasonal rivers that flow with the occurrence of rainfall. The central lowlands can be divided into three parts, especially on the basis of drainage system. The Murray-Darling Basin. It lies in the southern part of central lowlands. It is drained by the rivers Murray and Darling. These are the longest and the perennial rivers of Australia. Perennial means the rivers that flow throughout the year. The Murray is the main river while Darling is its tributary. By the word tributary we mean the small river joining the main river. The Murray and Darling Basin is the most fertile region of Australia. Number 2, the Lake Eyre Basin. The Lake Eyre Basin is the inland drainage basin of Australia, which lies in the middle part of central lowlands. The inland drainage system refers to the rivers and the stream of an area that do not reach the main sea or ocean. They empty into a lake or disappear into the ground. This basin lies 11 meters below the sea level. All the small rivers or the stream that do not reach the ocean fall into Lake Eyre. It is the largest salt lake in the continent of Australia. Number 3, the Carpinteria Lowlands. It lies in the northern part of central lowlands. Many small rivers of this region fall into the Gulf of Carpinteria. It is the world's largest artesian basin. The next physical feature we will discuss is the Western Plateau. The Great Western Plateau occupies the western half of this continent. It is located at a height of 365 meters above the mean sea level. In the middle of this plateau, some deserts are present. The Western Plateau. The Great Western Plateau occupies the western half of this continent. Its average height varies from 305 meter to 460 meter. It covers about 2/3 of the continent. It is the oldest landform of Australia. Arid and sandy deserts of Australia like the Gippsland Desert, the Great Sandy Desert and the Great Victoria Desert are located in the Western Plateau. The Kimberley Plateau lies in the northwestern part of the Western Plateau. It is the highest point of this region. A few rugged and the eroded mountain ranges such as the Hamersley, the Musgrave, Mount Tamprais, Durack and MacDonald can also
be seen in this region. The Western Plateau is made up of hard rocks. Eyre's rock is one of them, which covers an area of about 19 km of the Western Plateau. Eyre's rock is also called as Uluru. Uluru means the place where the wind moans between the sunrise and sunset. Eyre's rock is made up of red sandstone. The rock changes its color as the sun moves across the sky. Olga is another strange mountain of the Western Plateau. It is a cluster of 36 dome-shaped peaks. The Olga Mountains are 15.5 miles to the west of Uluru. They were formed by the rain and the wind erosion. Students, this is the physical map of Australia. Do practice at home. With this, we have completed our lesson Australia, Political Division and the Physical Features. Thank you and have a nice day.